So you don't understand the Rings of Power. And what's worse, the showrunners don't understand the Rings of Power either. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into what can only be described as a complete dismantling of Tolkien's legacy. If you thought Season 1 had problems, brace yourselves, because Season 2 doesn't just drop the ball, it kicks it off a cliff. From the very start, Season 2 seems even more obsessed with glorifying evil than Season 1. Episode after episode, we watch as Sauron, Adar, and the orcs not only seem to gain the upper hand, but are portrayed with a disturbing amount of admiration, and it's pretty much consistent. By episode 7, it's painfully clear that the show wants us to believe that evil is the dominant force in Middle-earth. But you don't understand. The problem isn't just that evil exists, it's that the show revels in it, sidelining the very themes of hope and resilience that Tolkien championed. This isn't a portrayal of the struggle between good and evil, it's a one-sided celebration of darkness.
Let's say, if you don't believe in absolute evil, why did you create the Dark Lord, who seems to be the apotheosis of it?
But he said in the book that he himself is not evil to begin with.
Ah, he fell. Then, like Lucifer.
Yeah.
So you're...
Well, he's several stages down from Lucifer.
Take Celebrimbor, for example, one of the greatest Elven smiths, reduced to a broken man by episode 7. It's as if he's become the protagonist of Falling Down, unraveling before our eyes without any meaningful context. The writers have stripped away everything that made his character significant, leaving behind a hollow shell. This isn't character development, it's character destruction. There's no depth, no exploration of his motivations, just a rapid descent into irrelevance. And what on earth is going on with Galadriel, or should I say fake Galadriel? Her actions make no sense. They have her not accepting responsibility for Sauron's behavior, not accepting the responsibility for being deceived by Sauron, not accepting responsibility for the rings, not accepting responsibility for anything. So her character is so far removed from Tolkien's portrayal that it's insulting. And then the agency they give her is the agency of a 14-year-old brat. As for the elves, they're depicted as utterly inept. The mighty firstborn, the wisdom and the strength of Middle-earth, reduced to incompetent soldiers who can't hold their own against orcs. The city of Region is practically empty during the battles. Where are all the elves? Did the budget not allow for extras, or did the writers forget that elves are supposed to be a formidable force? Now let's address one of the most disturbing scenes I've ever witnessed in a television show. A mother-in-law kissing her son-in-law on the mouth. Yes, you heard that right. In 2024, the showrunners thought it was a good idea to include an incestuous kiss to liberate her character later. Give me a break. This is not edgy or innovative. It's downright disgusting. There were countless ways to portray closeness or solidarity without resorting to something so inappropriate. A hug, a kiss on the cheek, words of encouragement. But no, they went for shock value, and it's backfired spectacularly. And yes, I understood it was a ruse. I don't have any confusion about that. And I'm only adding this because I know some of the stands might bring it up. I understood that part, but it still was not right. It's inappropriate. Sorry, not sorry. Elrond, oh Elrond, one of the most steadfast, wise, and resilient characters in Tolkien's universe. Yet by episode 7, he's portrayed as completely crestfallen because Durin supposedly didn't hold up his end of the bargain. But wait, that's not even accurate. The audience knows that King Durin released the beast in Khazad-dûm that could destroy everything. So why is Elrond moping around like a child who lost his favorite toy? This portrayal is so out of character that it's laughable. It's as if the writers have no understanding who Elrond is supposed to be. He's faced far greater challenges without losing hope, considering his age. It's just lazy writing. The battles in this season are a mess. There's a severe lack of elves during critical fights, making no sense strategically or logically. This is also found in Season 1, to be honest. The elven forces are so sparse that it's impossible to take the battles seriously. And don't get me started on the timelines. It seems like characters seem to teleport across Middle-earth instantly. Remember when journeys took time and you could see character development along the way? Not anymore. The show's disregard for time and distance cheapens the entire narrative. Then there was this problem of scenes that were really poorly lit, and this was consistent over a few different episodes. Now, darkness can set a mood, but when it obscures the action entirely, this isn't artistic, it's incompetent. We're left squinting, trying to figure out what's happening, and ultimately, it pulls us out of the experience completely. And this unfortunately happened over and over again, where some of the scenes were just very, very difficult to see. And it was very difficult at times to see what was happening. So what they've done to Numenor is unforgivable. They've taken one of Tolkien's most profound stories and warped it beyond recognition. The way they depict the persecution of the faithful, those connected to the Elven ways in the LotR, is not only inaccurate, but it's highly offensive. It's as if the showrunners have no respect for the source material. They've introduced elements that feel more like plagiarism of the Bible than an adaptation of Tolkien's work. This isn't an homage, it's a mockery. The spiritual depth, the tragedy of Numenor's fall, all replaced with shallow political drama. Adding insult to injury, we have so-called Tolkien professor Corey Olsen claiming there's no such thing really as canon in Tolkien to defend this abomination of a show. Are you kidding me? Tolkien's Legendarium is one of the most detailed and meticulously crafted canons in literary history. To dismiss it so casually is not only absurd, but undermines the very foundation of what makes Middle-earth special. It's a blatant attempt to excuse the show's disregard for the source material. He could have just said, I like the show, instead of making stuff up. That would have been real honest. Just say, I like the show. Season 2 of The Rings of Power doesn't just miss the mark. It spits in the face of Tolkien's legacy. From glorifying evil to disrespecting beloved characters, from nonsensical plot choices to technical failures, it's a masterclass in how not to adapt a cherished work. If you came looking for the magic, depth, and moral complexity of Middle-earth, you won't find it here. What you will find is a show more interested in shock value and subverting expectations than in telling a coherent, respectful story. At the end of the day, The Rings of Power Season 2 is not just a disappointment, it's an affront to fans and Tolkien himself. You don't understand The Rings of Power because there's nothing to understand. It's a hollow shell masquerading as something profound while lacking any real substance. I wish I could find something positive to say, but when a show fails on almost every level, it's time to call it what it is, a failure. Here's hoping that future adaptations will treat Tolkien's work with the respect and care it deserves. Thanks for watching. If you agree or even if you don't, leave a comment below. Let's discuss how we can ensure that this kind of travesty doesn't happen again. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more honest reviews, and I hope Season 3 is better than Season 2. Here's a preview of a video to come. So comparing two seasons can be quite subjective. So when I look at the strengths of Season 1, they're in the introduction to Middle-earth. So Season 1 was praised for its stunning visuals and world building and introduced viewers to the second age of Middle-earth with breathtaking landscapes and intricate set designs. Also character development. The first season focused heavily on character development, allowing viewers to form connections with new characters like Galadriel, Elrond, and Arondir. Then we had mystery and intrigue. The initial season set up many mysteries such as the true identity of Sauron and the significance of the stranger. This kept viewers engaged in speculating. Then there was the high production value. The production quality of Season 1 was often highlighted as one of its strongest points, with a budget that allowed for high quality special effects and detailed costumes.